Is your hormones to blame for everything? I see frequent patients that are having very vague symptoms, but they're always blaming hormones. Is it really hormones? I typically check cortisol levels, which is your stress hormone, but those are actually secreted by your adrenals. As your adrenals secrete your catecholamines or cortisol, this is what kind of uplifts you. If you have adrenal fatigue, you're actually gonna have really poor energy, you're gonna feel like shit in the morning, and you're gonna have very low energy at the very end of the day. And you're gonna sleep very poorly and have trouble sleeping because you're gonna have ruminating thoughts and excess cortisol. Cortisol actually causes a lot of truncal obesity as well. So you store a lot of fat around the midsection. And people get it around their necks as well. So that's called Cushing syndrome. But the totality of hormones is going to be interesting. Male hormones, testosterone sits around 1,000 or 1,100, which is optimal. Women's testosterone sits around 20 to 40. So as a male, you're really going to want to optimize testosterone, but you're really going to want to understand what's going on the other pieces as well. Dihydrotestosterone affects prostate health and hair. Estrogen levels will actually affect mood, water retention, and as fat gets distributed throughout the body. Then you got the precursors as well, and then you got your testicular function. Your gonads or your testicles will secrete endogenous production of testosterone, which is stimulated by your brain or your pituitary gland. So there's different pieces and pockets of hormones that will affect mood, executive function, concentration, muscle mass, body fat percentage, and just the drive, libido, sex drive. So those are the male pieces. As you go into female hormones, that's where now you have an excess of estrogen, now you have an excess of progesterone. So mood fluctuates quite rapidly, weight fluctuates quite rapidly, and things constantly change week after week, day after day. So understanding the ratios and the picture for women's hormones is going to be important. Not excess testosterone, not excess cortisol, which is called the cortisol shunt. I won't get into that, all of that. But those are the basics, or not so basic, of hormones that you really want to check and really have a doctor that's really specific on where the pathway is going, what's high, what's low, what's high normal, what's low normal, and really make fine tuning and tweaks to that hormone protocol. If not, you'll have side effects for the short term, the long term, and doctors here at Live Natural are going to be focused on longevity for the long term, not the short term. So if you're interested in that, click the link below to purchase a membership.